WNNradio.com and amp2.tv.
Everything I need to know about FAU sports is right here.
Simply go to amp2.tv or call 1-866-224-5422. And now it's Kory Mitchell and friends on FAU Today.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of FAU Today. First and foremost, I want to thank all our listeners who are tuned in on AM 1470 WNN and everybody viewing us online at amp2.tv. To call in and participate with this show, the number is 888-565-1470. Again, 888-565-1470. Those who are watching on amp2.tv, you are given a treat courtesy of me. I have the lovely, the world-renowned supermodel, Alexandra Biel. Did I say your last name right?
Bello.
Bello. Hello, Bello, yellow. It's all the same in my mouth, but how are you doing?
It's Bello. Bello. Alexandra.
How are you doing, Alexandra?
I'm doing very good, thank you. How about you?
I'm a lot better, and everybody watching on m2.tv can see why. And Alexandra, she's not going to be a stranger for too much longer. She's working on a show right here on WNN 1470, and to my knowledge, it's called WOW Radio. Tell us about it.
Yes, I started a podcast 2 years ago called Women on Wheels Radio, and then we changed the name to WOW on Air. We wanted to keep the WOW because we wanted to make it for women, about women, by women, but we wanted to use the WOW, you know, like we wanted to impact all the girls and women out there with our thoughts, advice, secrets, relationship, comments or thoughts, and we wanted to share and interact with each other. We wanted to create a safe space and bring everybody together, and we learn together, we teach each other. Mm-hmm. Basically, we had to change the name from WOW on Air finally to Women's Own World. And
okay, what was the change?
Well, it's a trademark issue, actually. Like, Women on Wheels it's already a trademark. And then WOW TV show was very limiting to TV only. So we wanted something that was open to a blog. It was open to a radio show. It was also open to whatever we want to make it. We want to make it online, a webcast, whatever cast that, you know, we can do it with WOW, and it's Women's Own World, but it's you know, fast and short enough. We have a great following, and we are very grateful. With basically one season of a podcast out, we are getting ready to release the second season basically next week of the podcast, and then we're coming live here starting in April. We're just checking out the days, and we'll keep you we'll keep you updated on that.
And hopefully we can bring you back on a guest from FAU Today, because I'm certain everybody on m2.tv will be calling myself and our producer Freddie asking, where is Alexandra if you don't show up?
I'll bring you a hot lady with me too. Her name is Maria Salamis. She has been with me since the beginning of this process for a while, and I am very grateful to have her because she has connected me with so many people, and a very kind human being. It's always trying to push for the show, and I'm very interested in working with people like that.
Will she be co-hosting the show with you?
Yes, she will be the co-host. We also have great ladies that are going to be part of the show as well. We're going to have our relationship expert, Miss Fab Cornelius.
I can be a relationship expert. I know a thing or two about
No, this one is actually an expert. This one actually has like a degree in life, in relationships and raising children and like 4 kids. So we also have someone that is going to be helping our fellow ladies with makeup and all that. Her name is Alison Sikencia. And we have an amazing woman that is going to be on board with us, Karen Slosaski, and she's going to be more of a guest host as well as part of the crew, with her own segments. And we are going to have Diana Lopez with segments for health and fitness.
You have a segment for everybody, but I didn't hear not one male name called, and you don't have a segment featuring me. I mean, I'm not as pretty as you, Alexandra, but I'm pretty sure people want to see me on Wild Radio. Can I get a segment?
Of course you can.
All right.
You know, I don't have I think a show for women should feature men because we are over here teaching each other about men, but we need a man sitting there kind of like saying, this is what we think, and this is what we want, and this is what we don't like from you guys. So
and
stop.
This is why I'm here. And part of my ignorance, when I first saw Wild Radio, when we were talking off the air, I immediately thought Wings Off Wednesday Radio. I'm thinking you're going to be a food critic. You're going to just talk about all the stuff that I love. But come to find out, your show may be broadcasting on a Wednesday in April, yes?
Yeah, we're checking the days again. You know, all the days look good. We are just hoping for a great opening, a miracle, you know, in this busy radio station, that something opens and we're going to get right in there. And Women's Own World is basically allowing you to step into our world and find out more about how we think, what we want, our secrets, our relationship advice, and interconnection and intersharing of thoughts.
Okay, and before we actually get into FAU today, because we have a lot lined up from baseball, which you know a lot about, yes?
I know a lot about, well, I don't know a lot about baseball, but I know that they have 9 innings. I know that if you have 3 outs, you're out.
Okay, so you know enough about baseball, so I'll make sure to keep you here following the commercial break. But before we go on commercial, you talked about your show. You talked about the platform and everybody who is going to be featured on the show. But let's talk about you, because you have a pretty extensive media background. And if you're not familiar with Alexandra Bello?
Bello.
Yellow. Nobody knows. So
Hello.
Explain to our listeners about Alexandra.
Hello. Okay.
Hello, Bello. I like it. That should be like a drop for you.
No, I know, but you know, like, I understand that. You know how names are not supposed to be like translated. Last names shouldn't be translated either. And the last name comes from Spain, and it's Bello, so it's Bello. It's like Bello, like La Granja, and people never seem to pronounce that correctly. But anyways, moving away from free advertising to people,
She knows the business.
I started the entertainment business when I was 3 years old. I started ballet. My mom is basically a 45-year-old in business ballerina. She's like closer to 60. Does
she look like you?
No, she looks like she's 50, but she's over 60. I was born into and raised into training, constant training. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays was ballet after school. And then it would be violin and piano on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Saturdays was English. So I didn't have a lot of time. Basically, I was always learning, always creating, always training my brain, you know, in art, in music. And, you know, I was acting since I was 7 years old, and I was the leading character when I was 9 for my first time in theater. And when I was 14, I started working on TV. We used to broadcast to all South America. It was a very popular show for children. I was a teenager, but the show was for children. And it was 5 of us. We were co-hosts with each other, and we would sing, we would dance. And it was on Saturday mornings. Then when I was 15, I had the opportunity to represent the Dominican Republic in Miss Teen International.
I told you she was a supermodel.
When I was skinny, I was like half of what I am right now. I was so skinny, I thought I was sick.
Everybody who's tuned in for WNN 1470, she is not fat. She looks like she weighs 110 pounds soaking wet. And everybody who's watching it on amp2.tv, please call in and argue my point. The number is 888-565-1470. And you know about baseball. We're going to talk about baseball after this break. And listen, this is FAU Today with our special guest, Alexandra Bello. See you right after the break.
Times are tough, and right now those in the commercial world know that being heard via advertisements is the name of the game. AmpSquare.tv understands how important advertisement is and is proud to express that it's truly the only plugged-in internet television production company on the market. Amp2.tv live streams all their shows across all the major selling markets in the U.S. and abroad. Call them at 866-224-5422. The AmpSquare.tv library allows productions to be seen over and over again, making commercial platforms more usable. Call 866-224-5422. Toll free 866-224-5422. Amp2.tv, the first and only internet television network that's truly plugged in. 866-224-5422. That's AMP2.TV.
You know who with FAU. It's FAU Today with Kory Mitchell. It's time to get in touch at 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. FAU Today with Kory Mitchell right now.
Welcome back to FAU Today. We're here with my special guest, Alexandra Bello, who is the host of WOW Radio and also will be broadcasting on WNN 1470 next month. Thanks for being back with me over the break.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. I am very grateful to be here. And, you know, I moved to the United States when, well, I was always a resident, but I came here in 2008 after winning the Miss Atlantic International Beauty Pageant.
Wait, let's put that out there. You won the Miss Atlantic International Beauty Pageant, and you came here to America to be on WNN 1470. Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly. So basically, I came here to act. And I started working for like 2 years, doing a lot of extra work and promotions and this and that. And I felt like I was wasting my time. So I went back to school to the Art Institute, and I studied video production because I said, I get all these great ideas and I develop things. I've been I've been putting events together since I was like 18 years old. So I just need to start from fresh here and just build stuff. I don't need to be working for people for $100, $200 here and there. So basically, I started building myself and studying because I've always, you know, since I was 3 years old, I've been, if you want to learn something, it's better if you like go to school and train yourself with it because it's the fastest way sometimes. Sometimes it costs a lot of money here in United States. I come from a country where it doesn't cost a lot of money.
What country do you come from? Because our listeners don't know what country makes as beautiful people as you. Everybody wants to know, where can they find another Alexandra Bello?
Dominican Republic. I actually saw an article on a digital newspaper that said that the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans had like the perfect genes because of all the mixing that was going down in that island. You know, I have blood coming from like Spain. I have my great grandfather is Spanish, like from Spain, and then I have a mixed black great grandmother. Grandmother. So she basically had a white father and an African mother. So that made her what we call in Spanish mestiza, which is not Indian and black or Indian and white, is a black and white. And then, you know, you go from there. I have all of the good stuff in me. I'm like café con leche, basically.
I want to save this soundbite. She has all the good stuff in her. Okay, you know about baseball in Dominican Republic.
Yes.
And here at FAU, we have a pretty solid baseball team.
Uh-huh.
This past weekend, we started conference play. We play in the Conference USA Division in NCAA basketball, and we swept our opponents. It was a 2-game series. The first game, we beat University of Charlotte 18-7. The second game, we won 5-1. That might not impress you because there in the Dominican Republic, you have a lot of great baseball players, from the Pedro Martinez's and to the Alex Rodriguez. Everybody. You have everybody. But here at FAU, we have a pretty good baseball team too. Last week, I told our listeners we were ranked 20th in the nation. This week, after the sweep and going undefeated in conference play, we moved up a spot. We ranked 19th. And ride this wave because before the season is over, we plan on being in the top 10. We're planning on playing in the World Series. We're planning on going to Omaha and winning it all.
Oh, nice. Well, I hope that you invite me to a couple of these games because I know a lot of people think that baseball is kind of slow, but coming from Dominican Republic, this is what we used to watch. This is what we used to pay attention to. One of my uncles is actually an investor in one of the baseball teams in Dominican Republic, more in La Romana area, and I know he's always going at it on Facebook, promoting his team, you know.
I'm glad you said that because a lot of our listeners, they don't know how to access tickets for the games, and you're in luck. Today's show, I want to mention to you that FAU Athletics had this new pricing plan for baseball tickets. This plan runs through March 20th, so you must act now or very soon. You can get your tickets starting at $25, and you find them at 1-866-FAU-OWLS. Again, the number is 1-866-FAU-OWLS. You're paying $25 to see a top 20 baseball team perform in your backyard, and is $25 reasonable to you?
Yes, definitely reasonable.
That's great.
I mean, I find a lot of people when I put events together that don't even want to pay $5 for some reason, or $10.
Come a little closer. I want to get closer to you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
No, come a little closer.
Like
All
this. Like.
There we go.
You know, if you pay $10 for a little sandwich that is going to be part of your meal sometimes, why don't you pay money that is going to go directly through an event that is servicing a community. It's making a community like come together with each other.
Right.
It's promoting networking and socializing
like
to
you
people.
Say, it will unite the community, and investing those $25 into a baseball game, you're helping me lower my tuitions. You know, once I graduate, I'm going to have so much student loan debt. And the more you come out and participate in our games, the cheaper the cost is for me and the more money I have to do fun things for the show. Because FAU Today, we have a lot in store. And not only are you seeing a top 20 baseball team, but our leadoff hitter, shortstop, Stephen Kerr, ranks 4th in all of college baseball in runs. That means only 3 more players in America has scored more runs than him.
Wow.
Our ace starting pitcher, Drew Jackson, is 6th in ERA. And since you're from Dominican Republic, I can't butcher that. Do you know what ERA means?
Something about running?
Close enough. ERA to our non-baseball fans means earned run average. So, in a nutshell, how many times Drew Jackson pitches, we have a calculation to guess how many runs the other team will score against him. And the lower that number is, the better you are. The higher that number is, means everybody gets a hit on you. You're not good. So, according to NCAA stats, there's only 5 pitchers in America who allows less runs than our ace, Drew Jackson.
Because they're super fast. They're like, right?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
He throws faster than you talk. It's amazing.
You're like, what? What happened? I blinked.
And also, our third baseman, Ricky Santiago, he's also from the Caribbean island. He's 12th in runs batted in, or RBI. So he's doing his fair share. And if you guys want to come out and see, we have a pretty dominant infield. I just told you, our hot corner, our shortstop and third baseman are high on the list. We have an ace in Drew Jackson, and we're doing pretty good. You know, you don't stumble to an 18-3 record overnight.
Come
on, you got to get a little closer than that.
That's good. Better?
A lot better. You know what? I'm getting a little bit too excited over here, so I'm going to go to break to keep my composure. We'll save that for us 8 o'clock, you know.
Okay.
Following this commercial break, we're going to talk about March Madness right here on FAU Today.
Awesome.
Times are tough, and right now those in the commercial world know that being heard via advertisements is the name of the game. AmpSquare.tv understands how important advertisement is and is proud to express that it's truly the only plugged-in internet television production company on the market. Amp2.tv live streams all their shows across all the major selling markets in the U.S. and abroad. Call them at 866-224-5422. The AmpSquare.tv library allows productions to be seen over and over again, making commercial platforms more usable. Call 866-224-5422. Toll free 866-224-5422. Amp2.tv, the first and only internet television network that's truly plugged in. 866-224-5422. That's AMP2.TV.
You know who with FAU. It's FAU Today with Kory Mitchell. It's time to get in touch at 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. FAU Today with Kory Mitchell right now.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Everybody who's watching us right now on M2.tv, you see me fanning myself right now because it is muy caliente in this room. We have the supermodel Alexandra Bello with us. And I had to go to commercial break because I had to, regain my composure. You're just too attractive. I can't wait to all listeners get a chance.
Latina. I'm Latin. So I'm hot and spicy and caliente and all that stuff together.
Okay, well, I'm American, so I'm dull and plain and
not necessarily.
All right,
you're good. You're good in relationships and all that, right?
Don't tell everybody
that's what
our secrets
Americans,
now.
right? A serious monogamist. That's what I was
That's
reading.
for another conversation on your show, maybe with the expert
Of
that calls in.
course.
So to segue back to our show, yesterday, Sunday afternoon, it was a big news in college sports. The brackets for the NCAA basketball tournament, known as March Madness, was set. And this year, we didn't have a great basketball team at FAU, but we're still going to talk about March Madness because that's going to be the talk of all colleges across America. Mm-hmm. So what do you know about basketball?
Well, when I was 10, I know for 2 years I had to train in basketball and physical education in school.
Did you ever shoot the ball and make it?
Of course, I was very good at it.
Do you know any basketball players right now?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Close enough. Most people say LeBron James, but Shaquille O'Neal is a good second. So,
and the guy that was in the movie with the cartoons.
That's
not Magic Johnson. Not Magic Johnson,
the
but
best basketball player ever, and his name is Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. You got shoes made after him and all that.
But it's not that important for March Madness because the guys
he's retired.
That too, he is retired. But the guys you were naming, they are professional basketball players, and March Madness is a tournament for the top 64 college basketball teams.
Oh wow, nice.
So right now in the tournament, our number 1 seeds are Villanova, Notre Dame, and I believe Duke. With Kentucky being the number 1 overall seed. And you don't know this because you're a casual sports fan. And the casual sports fans don't even know this. You have to be a real college basketball fan to understand the University of Kentucky Wildcats are currently undefeated. They are 5 wins away for being the first undefeated team to win in decades.
Wow.
To have a perfect season. So a lot of people are rooting against them. But I, on the other hand, wants to see perfection. And looking at you, you can appreciate perfection yourself. So who do you have winning, Kentucky or the field?
Thank you so much. From all the names you told me, all I remember is Wildcats, and I want them to win.
Kentucky Wildcats, there you have it. Next week on the show, I'm going to have my friend Freddie Santori in with me.
Yes.
Maybe Alexandra stop by. And we're going to dedicate this show to building a bracket. And you know what? I was talking to Alexandra during the commercial break, and I said, listen, I think I'm going to need your number after this show so we can, talk some more and go on a date. And before you politely rejected me, you said, I won't give you my number, but I would give you 2 tickets to this event you're throwing. So tell the people about this event, because the winner of our bracket that me and Freddie will build on there next week will receive 2 tickets courtesy of us to your event that you have going on. So tell the listeners about it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, when he was inviting me to a date, I kindly put my ring out here. You know how when women are trying to show that they're engaged and they do like this and they do like this and all that stuff just to show you the ring, just so people are aware that they're taken.
And for the listeners, I am metal blind. I still don't see that piece of metal on
He's
her
like,
ring.
no eyes in your... You got no eyes in your finger. Oh, my God. That's so funny. We had to settle and negotiate because I'm taken, right? So we basically
allegedly taking. Okay, continue.
I am. Our terms of agreement in our settlement was for me to bring 2 tickets to one of my events coming up called Film Carpet. Film Carpet is a private screening event that gives the opportunity to 3 to 4 filmmakers, local filmmakers, to showcase their work, invite their actors and crew, and have a red carpet experience. Of course, invite their key actors and crew, and then the other friends and family, well, they need to get a very inexpensive ticket in order to be part of this event. The event features local people, personalities from Broward County, as well as North Miami and a little bit of South Palm Beach. And we also have guest speakers. We have people that showcase their trailers for upcoming attractions. And we have a networking session prior the event, prior the films, that lasts about 1 to 2 hours, where people can have a soft drink, coffee, they can buy drinks, and they have dessert and all that.
It sounds like fun. And if you're a fan of independent films or cinematography, go out there. If you're young, aspiring, want to get in the industry, this is a perfect opportunity for you. Alexandra, thank you for sitting on today's edition of FAU Today. And make sure all our listeners from WNN look forward to her show. It's called Wild Radio. It will be debuting in April. If you want to be a part of the show, you want to partner with us, give me a call. Get in contact with our producer Freddie at amp2.tv. My name is Kory Mitchell. This is the lovely Alexandra Bello, and we're out.
Folks, I'm sitting here chatting with my good friend Dan Alba. He is a public adjuster with InsuraClaim. Dan, you were telling me that there may be homeowners out there